My grandma taught me not to show emotion and not to cry. That was a tear. I had to wipe it away. I just recorded a video and I'm re-recording it because I just can't see me crying throughout the whole video. Grandma would be like, "Why are you crying? Why? Why are you crying? Why'd you crying? Like, why you cry?" I shouldn't be crying. I know. I'm sorry, Grandma Margie, but this video is dedicated to her. And I just want to say today, November 23rd, 2007, 7 years ago, my grandma passed on this day. And it was the day after Thanksgiving. And so the day before, of course, Thanksgiving Day, me and my mom went to visit her and my step grandpa, or I call him Tati. And so the next day, we got a call early in the morning between 2 and 3 a.m. Something was wrong. I knew something was wrong. My mom and I took the BART out to the city, um, took the bus to San Francisco General. I remember going there. I remember being worried. I remember us not really saying anything to each other, just knowing something was wrong. The doctor was trying to tell us what was wrong, and we couldn't even get to that point because by the time he was trying to explain, my grandpa or Tati came out, busted through the doors, and was just like screaming, "She is gone. She is gone." And my mom didn't had no words to say. My mom lost it. Like, it was hurtful for me to see my mom this hurt because I think with my mom, it's strong. It brought back these memories of when my dad passed away when I was 3 in a car accident, drinking and driving. I was 3, and I think this pulled back those emotions again. And I was 20 at this time when my grandma passed. So it hurt me the most out of all the grandchildren because me and my mom lived with my grandparents for 17 years. So I was well, technically you could say 17 years. So we lived with them, and then we moved to the East Bay towards San Pablo and Richmond. And it hurt a lot because I have the most memories of her. I lived with her. She helped raise me. She was there when my mom was at work. We used to take trips to the park, Golden Gate, or even the ones around the house, Japanese Tea Garden. We used to go to the park a lot when I was younger. She would make us peanut butter and banana sandwiches. And we would go to the park and stay there for a day and then go home. She used to pick me up from school, elementary school. She would come to Glen Park, take the bus there, and we'd take the bus back home together. My grandma always taught me not to cry, not to get emotional. Why are you crying? That's her favorite thing. Cry, cry, cry. She didn't like you showing emotion. You had to be strong. Because my grandma came from such a hardship herself. My grandma was a little girl when she came to this country. My grandma's family, my mom's side is Puerto Rican, my dad's side is black. They're from Texas and Alaska and all over the place. But anyways, so my grandma came here with her 4 other sisters, and she had 2 brothers, but they both had passed. One of them had passed, I think, on their journey here or something. I can't really recollect the story, but her mom was already passed away before they came to the States. And her other sisters, the firstborn Bernice was the oldest. Then there was Lucy, right? Delia, my grandma, and then Aria's the baby. So my grandma was the first to go. And after my grandma went, I think a year or 2 later, Aunt Bernice went, her oldest sister, and then Aria went, the baby. And now there's only 2 left, and it's Delia and Lucy. But anyways, so they had a hard journey. My grandma literally came from nothing. She lived in a hut, as she told me, her little hut in Puerto Rico with her family. And here, coming to the States, it was like she felt rich. My grandma actually was head of the household. She took care of bills. She knew how to pay the bills. She was on it. She always, knew how to take care of everyone. And it just hurt me to to see that someone that was so tough and caring go like that. She didn't die from natural causes. My grandma was climbing up her stairs from the garage, going up to the house. And this house, because we lived in two different houses, we lived in one house before, but that was just one level up top. The second house was 2 levels. So when we moved into this house, I hated those stairs. They were deadly, literally. So my grandma, from what Tati, my grandpa, was saying, that she was going up the stairs and her foot got caught in the stair and her slipper got stuck and she basically fell back and hit her head on the cement. Grandpa said he heard her just screaming and he knew something was wrong. We went down there and there was blood on there. Tried to clean it up and call the ambulance. By the time they got to the hospital, it was too late. My grandma had died. And just hearing the news hurt. And me and my mom and grandpa drove to go see my mom's brother. And just to let you know, he passed away 2 years ago. I wasn't here. I was living in South Dakota. And that's someone we don't want to discuss right now. He literally passed away the same week she did, but 2 years ago. So we went to go get him, and he kind of knew something was wrong because all three of us in the car, and my mom and her brother having that connection. It's a sibling thing, I'm guessing. Just looking at him, he knew, and he just broke down and lost his mind. He was just falling out and just upset, and it was sad. It was really sad. And so it was hard from there on. I think for my mom too, because it was so unexpected. And let me tell you guys, parents, adults, please prepare your funeral early, or at least plan something so that your kids are not scrambling. My mom is thankful for the family. Thank you to every family member that did send money at that time to help my mom with the arrangements, and thank you to cousin Elsa for who helped her, because without her, my mom wouldn't know what to do. So, but yeah, just plan everything out, please. I know death in certain families is weird to talk about. Not for my family though. It doesn't really scare us anymore, but it was hard. And I remember I was the only one that really could speak from the immediate family at the funeral. It was really hard seeing my grandma there. Like, it was just sad. But yeah, it was hard. And it brought out a lot. And I remember the day after she passed, it was so weird. I just want to share with you guys. I just remember sitting in the mall downtown San Francisco. I needed to get away. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was so depressed, and I was wearing sunglasses the whole day, inside and outside. My eyes were puffy as hell, and I was crying all day. There were moments that I was just sitting down. I remember sitting at the food court downtown San Francisco by myself and just crying under my sunglasses, like literally just sitting there thinking, and then just tears were rolling down the whole day. I wasn't wearing any makeup either. I wasn't. And can I just say, my grandma, Margie, is the reason why I am who I am today. Makeup artist, beauty ambassador to Bare Minerals. Because of her, I've been influenced in the cosmetic world. Whether it's makeup, nail polish, my grandma taught me everything. She's the reason why I love this stuff. She's the reason why. She's my hugest influence. Because she used to put lipstick on me when my mom was at work. My grandma let me play with some of her, nail polish, and she is my influence. I have her name tatted right here on the back of my shoulder here. It has Margie, and then it has an orange tiger lily flower. But today, it's hard for me, and I know it's only, for some people, it's like, well, it's been 7 years, but you will never get over the death of someone that you were so close to. And I think for my mom, it hurt her because it probably brought back the memories of my father, who passed away when I was 3 years old. So, yeah, I did cry earlier in another video, but I deleted it because I don't want you guys seeing me a mess. But I don't care, whatever. Whatever, Grandma told me not to cry. So, I want to say um, thank you, Grandma Margie, for teaching me so much about being a woman and being a tough cookie. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be who I am today. So, yeah, thanks you guys for watching.